Another day, another kick at the can. When I was working on the tank fittings the other day, I said I would give you an update. Well, I worked all day. I didn't manage to complete everything that I wanted to complete, so I thought, I'll come back to it and provide an update when I come back to it. So I have one fitting left to put on the port side tank, and it's the fuel fill pickup. And the issue that I have with that is that the top of the pickup is aluminum and the barb that goes into it is aluminum. And I'm not sure, but I think that the female side of the pickup has galled, so I can't turn the barb into it. So I need to either replace it or simply aluminum weld those two pieces together. But either way, the fuel barb has to come out. So that's my first project of the day. I won't be able to complete that because I don't have a replacement part and I don't have a welder on the boat. So I'll take that out, take it home with me. And in the meantime, I am going to start sanding the boomkin and the bowsprit down. I should have put some perfection on them a couple of years ago when I actually mounted them on the boat, but I didn't. I figured that at the time that I had lots of time to get that done, that it would be done in short order, but it's been like 2 years. So the sun has chewed away the epoxy on the boomkin and the bowsprit. Fortunately on the bowsprit, it's just the top of the bowsprit. The underside of the bowsprit is still okay, so I'll be able to just give that a quick hand sand and then put some perfection on it. But the areas where the sun has weathered the wood, I'm going to have to go at it hard. So that's today's job. All good fun. As you can see, the weather isn't quite as nice today as it has been, but it's still relatively warm out. And what I'm going to be doing is fairly physical, so I will be warm. So I'm going to stop this video here, and when I get the fuel fill out, I'll show it to you. So this is the fuel pickup that I was going on about. I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but if you look at the threads inside there, you can see the damage that's been done. And this is the fuel barb. It's actually a valve, but a barb. And there's the threads on the barb. You can see how damaged and galled they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my welder buddy and cut the threaded part right off and get him to weld those two pieces together just like that. I can put it back in and thread it in and then put the fuel hose on it, and that will be the last chore for the fuel tank reassembly. And then it's just a matter of putting all the exhaust manifold and the exhaust hose back on the engine, getting some fuel in the tanks and sparking her up. So it's not quite a finished project, but we've broken the back of the fuel tank project and we're within sight of the finish line. And right now I'm going to break out my handy dandy fine tool and start sanding, because, you know, sanding, which is glorious to say the least. So maybe I'll do a little stop motion on that and create a super boring video for you. Okay, let's get at it. Well, I've got a little bit of a surprise today. I looked at the weather before I came out here just to see what the weather is supposed to be doing. And it was supposed to be sunny, cloudy. Well, it's totally cloudy. Well, there's some blue sky up against the mountains over there, which is nice to see. but it was raining a little bit here. Not much, just a little sprinkle. And on top of that, I had planned to sand both boomkin pieces and the bowsprit today. I've certainly got the time, but I have run out of sandpaper pads. This one is kind of gummed up, and it's 80 grit. It's gone kind of smooth. So I've got one boomkin half done, I guess. The other boomkin I haven't really touched, but it's interesting to compare the two in terms of color and brightness and aesthetics. Take a look, see what I mean? Well, they've both been out here for 3 years, but that's what the sun does to epoxy. I put this stuff here is not varnish, it is penetrating epoxy, and the sun just killed it. It just flakes right off, and that is raw fir. Now there's a little bit of penetrating epoxy where the sun didn't get all along here, but I haven't taken it down to the wood because there's no need. It's still in fairly good shape. So but the top I've done. I think I'm going to put some brightener on that. You still see the gray in the wood. That might come out with more sanding, but I think maybe I'll just throw some brightener on that and see what happens. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. But I think that's my day today. I got fitting out of the tank, and there's no more I can do with that until I get it either replaced or repaired. I can't do any more sanding because I've run out of sanding paper. So I think it's time for me to go shopping. With all the virus scare, it'll be interesting to see what the hardware store looks like. But that will have to wait until tomorrow. In the meantime, Sherwin's following season. God bless.